we found that we were using hundreds and hundreds of law firms. So we were a mile wide and an inch deep. We had a year-long project putting it together before we went to sort of the use of an RFP approach in panel firms, which was part and parcel. One came with the other. And the goal, again, was to sort of better understand the quality, the caliber, what was available to us in the larger market, but also what we already had and why we were using the firms we were using, and was there a better way to do it? It is frustrating on both sides, I'm sure. It's a tedious process. Nobody wants to really do it. We get some firms that frankly should know our business and know us, but yet clearly they didn't proofread what they submitted to us. And so some of what their responses are, again, cut and paste from some other response they've given. Some are very stay within the lines. You know, they're literalists. They answer the question that is asked. Some dump truck everything they know, like taking it in an essay exam. You know, everything I know is going to go into this answer, whether it's responsive or not. Some include sort of bells and whistles we didn't ask for. That it's really all over the board. It's remarkable how different they can be. Subject matter expertise. Right, and so that can be a generic list of whatever subject you want to, put on the list, depending on what we think we're in the market for. That's one thing, and that is different, however, in my mind, from knowledge of my business. Two completely different things. How well do you know my business, my philosophy, my mission, my sort of track record decision making? How well do you know our industry? Have you represented our competitors? All that kind of thing. Representing a competitor is not necessarily a bad thing, right? It's a good thing, because then you have, again, a broader net you've cast and a better perspective you can bring to me. Financial creativity, flexibility, aggressiveness, that's a different bucket that we would score. There's scoring associated with geographic footprint. We have been able to negotiate, I think, better deals, be they flat fees or a more aggressive blended rate, because we are driving volume and driving certainty and confining our legal spend and our relationships to a more finite group of law firms. We're I think into our fourth iteration of 2-year agreements for our firms. And so Foley has been on our national panel from the beginning, and from the beginning was a leader in all of the firms that we were looking at from a flexible fee perspective. So you might think of Foley as sort of this Midwest conservative kind of firm, but far more flexible in creating fee arrangements with us than our other firms were, particularly in the beginning. Now firms are catching up, and most firms are now willing to do a lot of what Foley was willing to do with us in the beginning. But the good thing is, Foley helped us build the model. We've had a national panel for the entirety of the time that we've gone through the RFP process. Fairly static membership, but we've moved some firms in and out. Kroll was in, we moved them out. Morgan Lewis was in, we moved them out. Foley's been on the entire time. I've got lots of vendors. I have very few partners that I view as partners. And vendors are a dime a dozen. And partners, I can count them on one hand.